God has created every living thing to grow and produce at its own time. I choose to embrace this logic and allow my Creator take charge of my life. I don't live my life based on others' achievement. No, that's not God's plan for me. I live a day at a time, for He says, leave the future for me. When I wake up every morning, the first thing I do is appreciate the fact that life is still in me. Does this mean I don't desire things? No. On the contrary, I have my own bucket list of things I would want to have in the future. And I even pray to God every time about them. For God instructs us to make our wishes known to Him. Just because I have seen most of my peers achieving things I want in life doesn't give me the reason to get frustrated and trying so hard to get to their level. I love slow living. I love to reconnect with nature. I love the pace and pattern of the seasons. I love to have a walk in the woods and hear the birds chirping. I love to just sit outside and feel the summer breeze bring fresh air that isn't contaminated with harsh chemicals. And I can get all these things in the remote places where we don't have factories that pollute the air we breathe. All these privileges will soon vanish in our very own eyes. Technology is advancing each and every day. Factories are coming up real fast. Scientific developments such as GMOs are being embraced more by the day. And the only way to stop all these things is by slow living. Let's not be in a hurry and let nature take its course. One of the fundamentals of slow living is slow food. We need to respect seasons, get right knowledge around food system, reduce environmental impact within production of food, and support local producers. Locally grown food might look expensive, but what you don't know is you are sure the food grew in its natural state and habitat. I prefer buying grains and beans in bulk and storing them without chemicals. I store them in hermetic bags. It's a little cheaper than buying from the supermarket. That is, if I buy it from the farmer, that way it's a little cheaper than buying from the supermarket or grain shop. Did you know 30% of greenhouse gas emissions comes from growing, making, distributing, storing, and cooking food? Food waste alone globally equates to 1.3 billion tons. We can reduce this number if we all start meal planning. That way we don't have excesses that end up in the garbage bins. We can reduce gas emissions by growing our foods in open fields when it's rainy season. I am motivated to live a meaningful life that is balanced. I want to slow down and appreciate the things nature has to offer. As others regard slow living as creating more time for self-care or walking away from full-time employment or normal schooling, I choose to define slow living based on its core principles. Adding some bits of slow living principles in my life commitments helps to make me feel calmer and relaxed, especially now that the world feels chaotic. it's time to take a moment and accept slow movement. Traditional cooking takes time to be ready, but it gives you an opportunity to experience textures, tastes, and smells. And did you know you are practicing mindfulness while cooking your food from scratch? I love meal times. It's the only time we gather as a whole family to have a meal together and even chat and bond. It's at this time we get to listen and find solutions to problems. It takes time to incorporate all the principles of slow living. You can add one principle at a time. Thank you for watching. Thank you for stopping by. See you in the next one.